before interest rates went to pot. Our background is kind of from the more nationwide lending group. We were part of a group called Philo Mortgage, and in about 18 months, Gary and I's team closed about 2,800 loans. So we've seen a lot. We kind of thought, okay, we can do this. The problem is it was just lead buying online. I was doing loans in Virginia and California and Florida and Iowa and, just crazy places. And so, I guess that's not real crazy, but just not here. And we like talking to people. We like being around people. We like building relationships and seeing how we can actually see the long-term benefits of people getting into homes, getting into investment properties, buying that piece of ag land. And we also were saying no to a lot of people. We were probably just really focusing on people that had really, really high credit and was able to put 20, 30% down. And that was kind of our sweet spot. And we knew that there was a lot of other products out there to really help people. And we were tired of saying no. So when we created Pure Funding, some of the things that we went in and said, okay, how are we going to be different is that we have the 3 Ps. We're passionate about what we do. We have an extremely efficient process. We've closed literally thousands of loans. So we know how to get loans closed and we know how to get them closed quickly. And then the third thing is our products. It really sets us apart because we have a lot of products that a lot of lenders don't have. When you think about our products, you can kind of think of them in 3 different silos. We have residential loans. That's somebody wanting to buy a house, right? Now that can be a self-employed borrower. We can do bank statement loans. We can do 1099 loans for those self-employed borrowers that are wanting to get into a house, but they did what we're all supposed to do on our tax returns and reported little to no income, right? Makes it real difficult to apply and get into a home, but we can do bank statement loans so that we can look at your deposits. We also have some neat programs for first-time home buyers and for people that are just out there wanting to buy. We have a 1% down program with greatly reduced PMI on that program as well. So person puts down 1%, they get a 2% gift from the lender. It's not a down payment assistance program. The gift doesn't have to be paid back. If rates fall in the next year, we can refinance them with no recourse to where they have to pay back that down payment assistance. And in most cases, that 1% down is just covering the earnest money deposit that you had to make at the beginning. A couple other things I'm trying to think through. We also do non-QM mortgage for that with those bank statements and 1099s. We do FHA, VA, USDA, all the different kinds of home loans out there. We also, one of the things being in Parker County that we wanted to be able to do is we wanted to do ag lending. So we actually are an ag lender. We can lend on ag land from a minimum purchase price of about $550,000 all the way up to a loan of $100 million. So we can do a vineyard, we can do a cotton farm, we can do an almond farm, we can do all of those things, but we can also do your recreational hunting high fence property. But like I said, minimum purchase price $550,000. Our rates are going to be extremely competitive on that product. And then the other kind of niche area that we can do is a hobby farm loan, which is a jumbo size loan that's over 15 acres, which is all the realtors are nodding. Jumbo loans are anything over $760,000, $66,000 this year for conventional loan limits. So that falls into a lot of these hobby farms that we have out here in Parker County. Hobby farm, anyone know what it is?
They raise ducks.
What? They can raise ducks. It's basically an ag property that might have some kind of ag production, but they're not using it as their primary income. They're raising horses, but they're a doctor in Fort Worth. They're raising cows for their kids' 4-H project or FFA project, but they're a lawyer somewhere else. Yeah, so that's our ag products, and then the final one is investment properties. We have some great investment products. We can do DSCR loans, which kind of, if you're in the business, have become kind of a buzzword in the last year because they're the ones that you see on TikTok where they're like, you can buy an investment property and it doesn't look at your income at all, and it only looks at the potential production income from that property. Anyone seen those? Or maybe it's just in my algorithm. So I see them all the time, and I'm like, yes, we do those loans, but there's a lot more to it than just what you're saying. So, but yeah, we do those loans. So you don't have to have any income qualifications. You do have to be able to put 20% down. You have to cover your closing costs. So really, the loan's pretty slick. We look at 2 bank statements to make sure you have the cash to close. And then we do an appraisal on the rental schedule for that property. And if it cash flows, you're approved. They can close extremely fast, great loans. Another neat one, what we're doing right now and what we're doing even personally, we kind of put our money where our mouth was, is fix and flip loans. So this is a loan where you can buy a property, get 100% of your renovation budget up to 50% of the purchase price, and then the total loan has to stay under a 75% loan to value. But you only have to put 10 to 25% down depending on what that after renovated value is going to be. Neat thing about this is no income requirements, soft credit pull, no asset verification. The nice thing is about it, yeah, exactly. Nice thing is about it is, let's say you have a savings account and you go and talk to Plains Capital and you say, hey, I want to take out a line of credit. I want to take out a line of credit against that CD that I have with you that's making 5%. They'll go in and give you a rate that's just slightly above that, whatever that CD's making. And then you use that for your down payment, you use it for your draw schedules, you get reimbursed at the end of the loan, and then when the loan pays off, you pay off the line of credit. Gary and I did a fix and flip, and when we started the fix and flip, we were $1,000 out of pocket. So it's a neat program that, and it is a cute house. It's setting right now. So I need a buyer. So realtors, yeah, it's available still. So 299,000, 1,500 square feet, coming with a $7,250 seller concession. So you can do a 2-1 buy down with it. For people that make less than $82,000, they only have to put 1% down.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. So love to talk to you all about that. How you can help us is if you can give us introductions to self-employed borrowers, for people that are doing cash out refinances. Didn't hit on that, but right now with rates coming down, cash out refinances are becoming a thing. We had a lot of people at the end of the year that had a lot of equity in their house and they had debt from 2023. We were able to come in, take the equity out of their house, and then pay off all their debt so they only had one payment. Their interest rate went from somewhere in the 3s up to somewhere in the low 7s, high 6s, but their monthly cash out of pocket went down by about $1,500. That's like a little raise, right? Yeah, it's a big raise. It's a big raise. So it's another $18,000 a year in your pocket, even though their interest rate went up drastically. And the nice thing is if they follow the plan and they put that $1,500 back towards the principal every month, they'll actually pay off their 30-year note in 12 years and be completely debt-free. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that we like to talk to you about and get our people. I mean, these guys are great at building wealth, but you can also do it through real estate. We'd love to talk to you about options for getting into investment properties, using the equity in your house to pay off debt so that you can start building that generational wealth for your family. Real estate investors, love to talk to them. Any introductions to realtors? Love to talk to them about the programs we have. And then we're growing, so we need to find new loan officers and loan officer assistants. So if you know anyone, please let us know. Final thing you can help us out with is this. We need more Google reviews. Click. Oh, that transition failed.